found something. Buenos Aires International Airport this morning. Now watch this.
Heralds.
Trail ends at the airport, but turns out that a top Providence operative owns a vineyard in the area. Don Yates, of infamous New York law firm Morgan, Yates & Cohn. And get this, it's hosting his retirement party today.
She's infiltrated them. She's sending a message. She needs my help.
Could have fooled me.
You don't know her.
Anyway, if you're going after her, you'll need to deal with the Herald. Her name's Tamara Vidal, former CIA asset and political firebrand. She's a master of surveillance and the Constant's most trusted aide. She'll have eyes everywhere. You won't get far as long as she's in the game.
Why are you telling me this? I thought you were out.
Yeah. Old habits, I guess. Anyway, I need to go. See you around, 47.
No, you won't.
Because you're not an idiot. Let's just humor him. Yates likes his little games. Don't be long.
You got my message.
You'd never get caught on camera. Not unless you wanted to be seen. So what's the play?
You're not the only one who's been busy, 47. I'm this close to becoming the next Constant. I'll be able to dismantle Providence from the inside. Only one man stands in my way. Don Yates. That weasel was the partner's legal counsel for years. He's the top candidate. But remove him from the playing field.
It won't work. If Edwards suspects...
I will convince him you acted alone. Retaliation for Grey. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
The Herald, Tamara Vidal. She has eyes everywhere, and they're all fixed on you. The plan won't work unless we take her out.
She never leaves my side for long. Whatever your plan is, I'll help you if I can.
You're sure about this?
As sure as I'll ever be. Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done. Good luck, 47.
Buenos dias, agents, and welcome to the grand finale of Hitman, World of Assassination. And what better way to finish it all off than with one big send-up to the first mission of Blood Money.
Bienvenidos to Viñeda Yates, señor. May I see your invitation, please? Gracias, señor. Enjoy the party.
Oh, it's going to be a party to remember, don't worry.
Would you care for an aperitif?
Thank you. So, you must know everything that goes on at the event. Care to give me the lowdown?
Let's see. Most of the guests have already arrived. And let me tell you, it's like a Forbes 500 convention in there. Most are high-profile clients of Morgan, Yates & Cohn. But the Yateses are still no shows. Word is, they're still up at the house.
They haven't made an entrance yet. Curious. Any idea why?
Well, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but word is that Yates was in a great mood this morning, but that all changed when the letter arrived.
The letter?
Yeah, an honest-to-God letter delivered by courier. I mean, who writes letters anymore? Anyway, it must have been bad news, because Senor Yates heard the plant off the balcony. Big heavy one, too. It almost hit Isabel, one of the maids who had to go lie down.
Oh. Anything else?
The party is not the only thing happening at the estate. The winery is open for guests too. You should check it out if you're interested in winemaking. It's harvest season after all.
I might just do that. Thank you for your time, miss.
Right. Pleasant evening, senor.
Hey there.
Like a golden age detective. First, an old money aristocrat dies, who just happens to control half the world's shipping enterprises. Then, on the night of her funeral, mind you, the younger sibling is murdered in his sleep, surrounded by his closest kin. And the motive? Well, this, as they say, is where the plot thickens. See?
Wait, don't spoil it. I'm waiting for the true crime podcast.
Oh, you won't have to wait long. We
Too many
just
blind
secured publishing rights.
Anyone as much
I got
as
the author of the Jack
Pulp
Sparta
Friction
novels to
and
do an adaptation based on the testimony of the PI who cracked the case.
That was fast. I'd expect a prolonged bidding war.
As it turns out, the family is strapped for cash. The Carlyles have had a rough year.
Yes.
Huh.
About
Sounds like
400
Whitmer solved it
million,
after
you
all.
say.
Good man.
Never mind.
Wait, Jack
I'll
Sparta.
just wait here
Wasn't
for
that the
my
book
companion.
that the teacher was writing back in
Carry on.
Marrakesh? That is Tamara Vidal, ex-CIA, political wheeler-dealer, and Edwards shoo-in for the next constant. A perfect chance for some intel hunting presents itself just down the balcony from the visitor center.
The boss. Duty calls.
Let me guess, the Burnwood woman.
That's right. Yates has arranged for the chief winemaker to take Burnwood and Tamara Vidal on a grand tour of the estate. Wants you to tag along.
Not for my sparkling personality. This Burnwood woman sure has his panties in a twist. Wonder what the deal is.
Yates' business is his business. Just get yourself ready and sign into the visitor center. Oh, have a drink on my behalf.
I don't drink. Makes me sentimental.
A private tour of the estate. Diana, Vidal, and this fixer, Corvo Black. Black is a threat, but also an opportunity.
Yeah, keep it real.
Yates's own machinations are inconsequential.
telling me what
Joining the tour will give access to Vidal, away from the crowd.
In fact, a couple of spots come to mind. On the tour after. Stand by. So you're not sure yet? Does that mean there's a plan A? One where I don't stand a 50-50 chance of getting caught? I mean, you do realise the risk here, boss. Broad daylight, workers around. Who exactly is this Burn? But if I'm going to be one of these heralds, you need to start letting me in on it. Okay. So who's this fool guy? Thank you. No problem. I just never framed an urban legend before. Very post-truth. Yeah, I like it.
Follow Corvo around until he passes by this big lavender bed. You can grab him when he moves to the balcony and just drag him in. Or if you're feeling confident, all the way down the side stairs to the bin. Efficiency? Never heard of her. Either way, go back to reception as Corvo and sign in to get the tour underway. Side note, what the hell is Corvo's outfit made out of? Vinyl? It's so glossy.
And welcome to the Yates Winery. How may I help?
Corvo Black. I'm on the tour.
Right, Mr. Black. Welcome. Miss Burnwood and Miss Vidal will meet you down by the wine fields. I trust you know the way.
I can find my way around.
Enjoy the tour.
The fields are easy to get to. Just go to one of these big circle balconies and you can take the stairs down.
Over here.
You two must be Burnwood and Vidal.
And you must be Yates's garbage man. Sorry, but I didn't catch your name.
This is Corvo Black, Tamara. He's a ICA regular.
I only work with the best.
Well, we're all here, it seems. Except for our guide, the chief winemaker. Looks like we're stuck here until someone fetches him. Mr. Black, I'm looking in your direction.
Hold on. I'll track him down.
Attaboy. Do try and bring him back in one piece. Counterintuitive as that may be.
That was a bit rude.
Yes, it was.
The chief winemaker is a few vines over, being completely normal about things.
What? What is it now? What?
You have some guests waiting. Senor Yates wanted you to give them the grand tour. Remember?
As if I don't have more important things to do than babysit Yates' socialite friends. It's only harvest season.
Better do what he says, patron. Big shot New York lawyer like that. Don't want to get on the bad side.
Well, I'm not going anywhere until I have decided if the crop is ripe for picking. Bring me the 3 Malbec grapes to taste, Ramon. If Yates doesn't like how I prioritize, he can weigh me down with concrete and toss me off a bridge. How's that?
He just might, don't
3
tempt him.
grapes, was it? I'll get my picking knife.
Follow the vineyard worker over and take him down. We don't have time for messing around. Hide him and make sure not to shred him. You will need a grape picking knife, which is in the work shed nearby. Right, Malbec. That's red? Well, it's a dead giveaway because the Malbec grapes are the only ones that light up when you use instinct. Here, are you ready to act like a grown-up?
Mr. Vargas, I have the 3 grapes you requested.
Yes, good. Bring him here. Now, let's see. Lovely inky black color.
Much better now.
Good size. Large and firm. Seeds brown. Excellent. Finally, taste. Sweet, flavorful, robust tannins. Some floral notes. Marvelous. Why, I say these grapes are ripe for harvest. Inform the workers, will you, Ramon? I have a tour to conduct.
Will do.
See, normally you talk like that when you're trying to impress your weird socialite friends. Don't know why he's giving me the robust tannins bull to the grape picker.
Ah,
What's up,
my
yo?
fellow wine lovers. Hello. Welcome to Viñeda Yates. I do apologize for the delay. The Malbec grape is a demanding mistress. So, I am Gabriel Vargas, Chief Winemaker, and I will be your tour guide. Any questions before we start?
Yes, but you're not going to like them.
We're good. Lead the way, Senor Vargas.
Wonderful. Follow me. These are busy times. In fact, we're just about to harvest this year's crop. Great expectations.
¿Cómo estás?
So, how do you like Argentina?
Like everywhere else, full of Americans.
First stop on the tour is the production floor, where our prize-winning Malbec grapes are processed. We insist on steaming every grape by hand, which means that during harvest season, the grapes do tend to pile up. Luckily, we have plenty of storage space. Our equipment is state-of-the-art, including an industrial-sized freezer unit, and last but not least, our trusty grape crusher.
Interesting. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Black?
Follow me, please.
Then even again. I must just sit in complete silence all day.
Are you a wine man, Black? Somehow you don't seem the type.
Oh, I believe Mr. Black here is something of a jack of all trades. Isn't that so?
I dabble.
I see. I just thought Yates might be sending a message. My mistake.
So, have any of you been to our vineyard before?
Only on business.
Next on our tour is the fermentation atrium, where the wine goes through its primary stage of fermentation. In these big open tanks, yeast converts the sugars in the wine to alcohol, in a process that lasts between 5 and 15 days. This is also where we squeeze the mass into a fine juice using our grape presser before the longer secondary stage of fermentation.
Fascinating.
Now, before we move on, do any of you have questions?
How about you, Mr. Black? You look like you have something on your mind.
Now, like some sort of saw death trap chocolate box, you can
Perhaps
use any
we
one
can
of the
take a
things that
closer
he just
look.
mentioned to absolutely ruin Vidal's day.
What can you tell me about this device? Grape presser, was it?
That is correct, senor. After primary fermentation, the mass is pressed through a fine filter, leaving only the flesh and skins behind. I should add, grape stomping, the iconic practice of crushing grapes with your bare feet, is historically read and mostly a tourist gimmick. But you are most welcome to try. Imagine you're a grape.
Thanks. I'll pass.
Go on. I'll take a picture of the three of you you.
Oh, come on, Tamara. When in Rome.
Fine.
Say queso.
May I see that, Mr. Vargas? I believe I blinked.
So, you there! Excuse me! Look at him.
What can you tell me about this grape crusher?
Well, as the name implies, it crushes the steamed grapes into a thick pulp or must by a powerful rotating cylinder. She is one of the most important appliances in our production pipeline.
Have you had any workplace accidents?
What? Fall into the vat and get crushed to a pulp? You'd have to be a bona fide idiot. Waste of space, if you ask me.
Yes, well, fortunately, we have had none of that. So if there's no further questions... Huh? Isn't someone else supposed to be doing this?
I'm interested in these containers.
Ah, yes. Our large fermentation tanks are constructed from solid French oak and each contain up to 500 gallons of grey must.
Interesting. Are those cooling sockets?
They are indeed, senor. The cooling system allows us to fine-tune the entire process. Temperature, humidity levels, etc. Our goal here at Vida Yates is quite simple. From a state-of-the-art winemaking facility to our carefully nurtured grape stock, hand-picked with loving care by local experts, we have only one purpose: to make the best vinos in Argentina and beyond.
Well, looks like an accident waiting to happen.
Occupational hazard. Eh, Burnwood?
What can you tell me about this freezer?
This is an industrial cold storage unit to keep our excess grape stock and prevent decay. It easily reaches temperatures of -10 degrees Celsius. Trust me, you don't want to stay in here for long.
No kidding. Hey, there's no doorknob on the inside. Seems like a pretty glaring safety omission, if you ask me.
Probably soundproof, too.
And good luck getting a phone signal.
Such imaginations you have. But there really is no need to worry. Why? We haven't had an accident since Mrs. Yates' dog was run over by a grape picker. Any further questions? Ask away.
I got all I need.
Are you enjoying yourself, Mr. Black?
Oh, it's all very inspiring.
Winemaking is a dram. Let's continue to the barrel room. You follow me. What happened to your colleague?
Urgent call. Something about work. I don't think she'll be coming back.
Oh well. I'm sure she can find her way out. Let's proceed. So, are you associates of Mr. Yates?
You might say we run in the same circles.
Law and order. Must be very exciting.
It's about 99% preparation.
And so we arrive to our final stop, the barrel room. This is where we store the wine during the secondary stage of fermentation. The area behind the glass is where we keep our most precious bottles, including a 1945 Grand Paladin, the most expensive wine in existence. The access doors, which are made from ballistic glass, can only be unlocked from the security room high above our heads.
Remarkable.
Ah, here comes Senor Yates now. I shall leave you in his capable hands.
How reassuring.
Ah, Miss Burnwood, is it not? Don Yates. Pleased to meet you. You come very highly recommended. As Chief of the Heralds, let me be the first to say welcome aboard.
Why, thank you, Mr. Yates. Rest assured that I will be following your every lead. Very closely.
Say, that reminds me. We're about to have a little herald get-together up at the house. Just a modest toast to celebrate my forthcoming inauguration as constant. You are, of course, most welcome to join us. I believe you shall make a fine herald once the training wheels are off.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Capital. Right this way, into the lion's den. Why don't you take a break, Corvo? We're done here for now, I think. Oh, but don't go too far. I may still need your services later.
I'll be closer than you think.
Oh, almost forgot. Courtesar, please nip down to the wine cellar and tell Mr. Flowers, the sommelier, to prep the 1945 Grand Paladin and bring it up to the house for our special occasion.
Got it, Chief. Flowers. Mr. Yates wants the 1945 Grand Paladin brought up to the house. Special occasion.
What? Did aliens land on the front lawn? Have the ghosts of Jesus, John Lennon, and Eva Perón unexpectedly come for dinner? Help me out here. What could possibly be so special?
Above your clearance, Flowers. Just fetch it already.
Fine. What's the passcode again?
Last year of World War II. If you have to look it up, shame on you.
A meeting in the root cellar. And judging from Yates's choice of wine, some type of celebration. Likely a gathering of heralds come to congratulate Yates on his upcoming promotion. Diana's presence, a calculated risk.
Sounds like a perfect way to get into this meeting with Yates. You can either get into the fridge with a screwdriver by hopping down the side grates here, or as Vargas said, heading upstairs to the security station.
Clarence and filter.
Are you all right, my I'm fine, Santino. It's just the 1945 Grand Paladin. It is perfection, irreplaceable. You don't drink the 1945 Grand Paladin any more than you would write a shopping list on the Mona Lisa. Ugh, men like Don Yates know the price of everything, but the value of nothing. I am sorry, Padron. Say, what if we exchange the labels? Served him a different wine.
Ah, you are devious, Santino. But no. If Mr. Yates wishes to destroy something beautiful, I will not stand in his way.
Don't you...
Right, fancy vinegar obtained.
Sir, I present to you the 1945 Grand Paladin.
Huh. Somehow I thought it'd be bigger. Come on, Flowers. Guests are waiting. Go on, get yourself patted down. We're still on alert from all those big shot CEOs getting offed. So here's the deal, Flowers. The boss is having a powwow with some employees, and discretion is the name of the game. I'm sure you figured that out already, you being a scholar and all. Don't discuss, disclose, or hell, even contemplate what goes down. Just set your mind to wool-gathering mode. You think you can do that for me, Flowers?
Worry not, Mr. Courtesar. I'm the very soul of discretion.
Good man. They're already at it. Go on, place the wine on the table. I'll pour it.
Decant.
Pardon me, Your Majesty.
I've always considered the heralds the unspoken heroes of Providence. The nervous system, effectively and reliably ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Flowers, our resident sommelier. I believe he has brought us something quite special. Perhaps you will educate us, Mr. Flowers.
This is the 1945 Grand Paladin, one of only 5 bottles in existence. The vintage is legendary, the proverbial unicorn wine. The year was hot, the wine's super concentrated, and thanks to hail and frost, the production was small. Only 300 bottles were ever produced. And when the vineyard was bombed during the closing days of World War II, only a single crate survived. It is said to have amazingly complex aromas with long, savory layers of fruit and spice flavors, and a silky texture. Enjoy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Flowers. Feel free to stick around in case our guests have questions. This wine was gifted to me by the Arch Society in acknowledgement of my firm's legal services. It stands as a powerful reminder that Providence draws its strength not from force, but from partnership. We are but a few, and yet together we are unstoppable because we stand united. My friends, loyalty is everything, which is why we cannot allow traitors into our ranks.
Ah, yes. Here it comes.
This woman has waged bloody war on us. More than a dozen heralds and operatives dead. Your colleagues and clients, my friend, Ken Morgan. Not to mention the partners themselves, our founders, our benefactors. Make no mistake, this woman's hands are soaked in blood. Our blood. And Arthur Edwards, the new supreme head of Providence, is handing her the keys to the kingdom. Now, does that seem right to you, my friends? Does that sound like loyalty?
He's got a
I
point.
agree. Yes.
Perhaps Edwards simply recognizes talent when he sees it. Perhaps this is why I am also in the running to become constant. And following this childish outburst, I dare say I am in the lead. Don.
What the hell?
You're lying, of course, which only proves my point. You cannot be trusted, Miss Burnwood. This woman will be our downfall. That is, unless we take matters into our own hands. You are heralds, sworn to protect Providence against all threats, including inside ones. I have devised a plan. Together we can make it work, but you have to decide now, my friends. Are you with me?
Yes. I agree.
Yes.
I'm in.
Yes.
Escort Miss Burnwood to my office. I'll join you shortly.
Oh, your 7 flavors of dead, Mr. Puffy Trousers.
Right. Move it. Let's go.
I'm warning you, Yates. This will not go your way.
We need to get our stories straight. Diana Burnwood died today by the hand of her rogue Agent 47. Revenge for her changing sides. This is what you will all attest to.
Quickly leave via the shortcut door.
Savor the taste.
Ignore the patrolling guard at the top of the stairs. Instead, go around and hop into the lawyer's office via the side window. Grab a gun. You'll need it. The 2 guards blocking the stairs are enforcers. So instead, get onto the roof via the outside pipe and you can get in that way.
Took you long enough? Quick, clear the floor.
Good. I was beginning to worry.
Were you?
No. Listen up, 47. Yates will be here shortly. He'll have his thug courtesan do his dirty work, but he won't pass up on the chance for a good gloat and a monologue.
So, private space? Kill room decor?
Exactly.
We won't get another problem.
Now sit down and blend in. When I provide a distraction, you just be ready to move.
Corvo, pick up your damn phone. Plan B is a go. I repeat, Plan B is a go. Like with it. Cortazar will bring the package. Get it done. Miss Burnwood.
You rolled out the red carpet just for me. Don, you shouldn't have.
So confident, even in defeat. I suppose you're not used to danger, always safe behind your screens. Just tell me one thing before we part ways.
Why me?
Why you? Why would Edwards trust you? Please. It will keep me awake at nights, and I'm 65. I get up 4 times to piss as it is.
Oh, it's simple, really. Edwards is proud. He considers himself the cleverest man alive, and yet we tricked him on Isle of Scale, and it's eating him up. He needs to win. Full, unequivocal victory. My recruitment was just the feather in his cap. By the way, you were right about one thing.
Yeah? I'm all ears.
Holy shit!
Turns out this woman will be your downfall. If it's any consolation, Don,
What
your
are you doing,
instincts
you
were dead
asshole?
on.
Just stand there!
Be constant.
Shoot her!
And I will make it my mission to tear down Providence brick by brick. Finish it.
Such a good boy.
Well done, 47. Better get rid of the body. Won't be long before they come looking. When you're done, meet me on the dance floor. Oh, and dress appropriately.
We'll save the dance for later. There's still stuff to do. From the parking lot, if you hang a left at the tunnel, you can sneak around the back of the gardens, where you can get yourself a gaucho disguise and sneak up to the walkway by the silo.
Huh. The rich scratch their asses too when they think nobody's watching. Don't be cruel. Pay attention. Yates wants us on high alert. We've been at this for months. Ever since the 1% killings began. Nothing's gonna happen.
I know. But when you start thinking like that, that's when it does. Who are we on the lookout for anyway? Yates didn't say. Just a standby for a picture ID and a kill order.
Fine. I'll just practice my lip reading.
Don Yates has the snipers on high alert. They await a picture ID and kill order from the guards on the ground. Yates himself is clearly off limits, but Tamara Vidal is a different matter.
You sure they're up for this? I don't want to piss off someone who can take my head off from 1,000 yards away. They're bored out of their wits. Go on, just pick something. It'll be fun. Okay, let's see. I'll take that watermelon. Hold on. And then. Go on then. Tell them. Falcon, we just sent you a target ID. Yup. Very dangerous terrorist. Calls himself Mr. Cuba. Top 5 on the world's most wanted. Take the shot. Over. Hey, no way. Punta. Oh, boom. Hand of God. Oh, those boys are amazing.
Falcon, I have a target request.
Standing by for visual ID. Use your camera. Over.
Falcon, I have a visual. Sending it now. Over.
I see it. Standing by for kill order. Over.
Take the shot. Over.
Target is down. Over.
Good hit on target, Falcon. I'll wait further instructions. Now to get eyes on Tamara, just scan her the same way you did the melon.
Falcon, I have a Confirmed security threat. This is no drill. Over.
I don't have a clear shot. Reposition target into line of sight. Over.
Tarp?
You know, like a big plastic sheet for the floor.
What's he doing up there?
This
Painting?
isn't good.
That's...
Oh, I don't think this is good at all.
Right. Very interesting. Keep me posted.
Mind how you stand here. All of tomorrow's bodyguards are enforcers.
Well, enjoying the party?
A bit crowded for my taste.
Have you been down to the gardens? It's remote, quiet. You'd like it. Bring your friend.
I might just do that. She could use a bit of downtime. If only it weren't for the muscle. They follow us everywhere, I'm afraid.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Excuse me.
Say, since you're not leaving my side, could you mind slipping down to the
Situation is
garden?
getting tense here,
I'm
ma'am.
dying for a smoke, and I don't want to bother anybody.
Yes. The vilification of smoking. A bit of systemic nudging and public opinion falls flat on his back. Anyway, lead the way.
Boy, we sure do live in a society, eh, Tamara? Just to make sure nobody rumbles us, pull all of these guards into the lavender bushes. Annoyingly, you can't order the kill as a bodyguard. It has to be done as a gaucho.
It's called history, Burnwood. It has to happen. It can't not happen. You can be behind the wheel or under it. Your choice.
Take the shot. Over.
It's a dangerous thing.
Target is down. Over.
Target down. It feels different up close.
You liked her.
She had a lot to answer for, and she would have become a threat, I'm sure of that. It's just... you're not supposed to get to know them, are you? Well, better get on with it, 47. Next up, Don Yates.
You can also use this as a perfect chance for Sniper Assassin. Just distract the snipers and subdue them both to take their rifle. You can take out Yates when he goes out to his balcony for a drink, and Tamara when she and Diana go for that little walk that they like. Next up, Don Yates. One of Tamara's bodyguard disguises will get you neatly into the winery again. Now you remember that trick we pulled in Berlin with the water cooler? Imagine that, but way bigger.
The whole place looked like a horror flick. Of course, Yates came down and told the poor sod in charge of the tanks a new one.
You'd think there was some kind of fail-safe mechanism or early warning system in place.
Yeah, you would, but you'd be wrong. If the pumps malfunction, the tanks overflow. That pretty much sums it up. So, pay attention to that pump flow. Unless you're in the market for an extra orifice.
Lightning never strikes twice. We'll be fine.
These fermentation tanks are accident-prone. If the pump malfunctions, the tanks overflow.
Keep being vigilant,
This has happened before, provoking an appearance from Don Yates. It's likely to happen again.
Hey, did you double-check the pump seal?
Yes.
And?
Sprouting things up blew away. I don't you think I would have liked it if anything was wrong? It's a seal. It's doing what it does best. Sealing. Ay, Jesus mío, what do you want from me?
You know, I'm gonna cut you some slack because of the baby, but you might want to work on that attitude.
I'm sorry. It's just...
Yeah. We've all been there.
Get the winery workers outfit, then grab a screwdriver from the barrel nearby and a spanner from the tool chest. Make sure you distract this guy first.
Say what? Wonder what that was. You can show yourself, whoever you are.
Cable, pump, done. Now quickly retire to a safe distance.
was it then? Which of you era-defining geniuses just poured half the goddamn harvest into the drain? Please, I'm dying to know. No one wants to that I can only assume is a bold and poignant tribute to man's boundless stupidity. See? Who wants to tell my wife? Who wants to break the news to sweet Valentina that someone took a giant piss all over her ancestral vineyard? Nobody? Who volunteers to break my wife's heart? Well, all right. Show's over, people. Clear the floor. There's no way you'll clean this mess up by hand. Oh, and somebody get Mr. Vargas a towel and a shot of horse tranquilizer.
Once Don Yates shows up, go into the next room and plug in the power. But there's one more trick we can pull yet. See, if you walk around the backyard of Villa Yates, you can hear some talk about a suspicious safe in the basement.
I don't know. Probably keep something weird inside.
Weird? Like how?
All my clients have kept something weird in their safes, especially when it's a basement safe. Basement safes are where you keep the juicy stuff.
I see.
Hey, you can always try and guess the passcode. It's never hard. Usually it's the firstborn's birthday or the year they were married. And since the Yateses don't have any kids...
That simple, huh?
Only one way to find out.
I'm human.
Any luck?
Nah, not yet. I bet it's something cool, though. It's usually last wills and surveillance pics. You know, for blackmail. Sometimes.
The clue to the safe is on the top floor, a calendar marking 2021 as the Yates' crystal anniversary. A quick googling says that crystal is the 15-year anniversary, so that makes the year they were married 2006. A document retrieved from Don Yates' safe. It reveals that Yates caused the data leak which ruined his wife Valentina's diplomatic career. A telecommunications client of Morgan, Yates & Con was being sued by the Semaphore phone company for corporate espionage. Yates, who led the defence, had his fixer Corvo Black obtain evidence that Semaphore had been illegally selling their user data to the Chinese. There was only one problem. Valentina was the Argentinian ambassador to China, and her office had brokered the deal in exchange for a lucrative trade agreement. If the truth were to come out, Valentina would be implicated. Even so, Yates had the documents leaked to GNN. A huge scandal ensued, Semaphore went bankrupt, and Yates won his case. But Valentina's career and reputation were ruined. The document proves that Yates will stop at nothing to win, not even if it means throwing his own wife under the bus. No doubt a fact which Valentina would be interested to learn. Wowee, talk about drama. Personally, I'd sell this to Netflix and make a mint, but let's see what Doña Valentina has to say.
Ma'am, I recovered this intel. It concerns yourself and Mr. Yates. I think you ought to take a look.
I see. Thank you. No, it can't be. He didn't. He couldn't have. Bastard! Don! I know!
Valentina? What's wrong? You look upset.
Don, what did you do? Tell me you didn't.
Do what? I don't understand.
Semaphore. The data leak. It was you. It was you all along. So stupid.
Why didn't I see it before? You leaked the document so you could win your stupid case. You didn't care that my career would be destroyed, my reputation dragged through the mud. You're Don Cojones Yates, and Don Yates never loses a case, no matter the cost.
My love, it was... I didn't mean for you to...
What did you just call me? Are you insane, Don? How can you claim to love somebody and then destroy their world with the flick of a pen?
It was just business. You know the game, Valentina. You know how it's played.
There's a limit. There is always a limit.
No, the old Valentina. She would have understood. But you've been down here for too long, my love. You've grown soft.
How's this for soft?
No!
Don, get up. Get back up here. We're not done. I didn't mean to. Why is there no air in here? Alexander Fannin's office, please. Valentina Yates calling. Alex, thank God you are working late. I need you to... Yes, me too. You must come visit some other time. But listen, I need a favor. I need 10 million in cash, Alex. From Milton Fitzpatrick's Buenos Aires office. Now, I know this kind of withdrawal requires both me and Don's signatures, but Alex, I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious. We have a big problem. I need it to go away fast, and Don can't know. Will you please call them and... You're a saint, Alex. I'll make it up to you. Somehow.
Well, she's taking that well. I'm sure she'll be just fine. But what if we're just sick of subtlety? If you approach Diana in your starting suit, you can do something profoundly dumb.
Diana Burnwood. Long time no see.
Forgive me, I can't quite place you, Mr...
Rieper. Tobias Rieper. We used to work for the same company. They went under.
Ah, yes. A shame what happened. But nothing lasts forever, I suppose. Oh, but where are my manners? This is my colleague, Tamara Vidal.
Miss Vidal?
What brings you to Argentina? Are you one of Don Yates' clients?
Client? No. I'm more of a service provider.
Right. Well, it was lovely to see you again, Tobias. Now, if you'll excuse us, Tamara and I need to mingle.
Of course.
See you around.
Then do it again.
Hello again, Miss Burnwood. Miss Vidal.
He is a polite one, isn't he?
Oh, Mr. Rieper is in many ways a man out of time.
And what is it you do, Rieper? Don't tell me. Banker.
Corporate liquidator.
Ah, so you're the guy nobody likes.
They so rarely get a chance to know me.
Well, we really should be getting on.
Do you dance, Rieper?
I like to lose myself in a crowd.
Cool. Perhaps we'll do a bit of that later. Dancing.
The night is young. Miss Vidal?
And again.
Miss Burnwood? Miss Vidal? We meet again.
We do indeed. You know, I just tried befriending you on social media, but your profile appears to be blocked for requests.
In my line of work, privacy is power.
Well, you certainly do take bland, generic tourist photos like nobody's business. Why, you've got every cliched attraction known to man, from the Sphinx to the Easter Island statues, but never with you in them. Camera shy, Rieper?
I generally try to keep out of photos myself.
Right. Would you mind taking a walk, Rieper? I'd like to discuss something on the QT.
Tamara, I think you have the wrong idea.
No, please. Lead the way.
Right this way. I know a spot away from prying eyes. So, corporate liquidator. That must be exciting.
Nothing quite like it.
I bet. Weeding out the old and slow so that something new and fast may thrive. Admirable. Say, do you have a business card? Or are those out of style?
I don't advertise. I rely strictly on word of mouth.
I see. Only as good as your latest job, huh? Must be stressful.
It keeps me on my toes.
I bet. What was your biggest job? The biggest fish you've ever liquidated?
The next one, Miss Vidal. Always the next one.
Won't be long now. All right, no more bullshit. Who are you with?
I told you. Tobias Rieper, corporate liquidator.
Liquidator. Yes, you said. Do you take me for an idiot? Your also clever euphemisms may fool the plebs, but not me. Tobias Rieper does not exist. I was CIA. I know I have a sock puppet identity when I see it.
Who am I then?
I know you're Burnwood's assassin. What I don't know is why you're here or why she's covering for you, but it's off the point. You're my golden ticket to become the constant. So, are you going to admit it?
If I am who you say I am, do you really think this was your best course of action?
It's 5 against 1.
Yes. See your mistake.
For obvious reasons, I would not advise this. And now for one last suit-only silent assassin. Poignant in a way.
That ruined her career.
While we're at it, we'll also be going for the Fine Vintage challenge to eliminate both targets with fibre wire. To start with Don, sneak into the gardens just like before. Creep up to the attic and down, and wait until Don comes out of the balcony to talk with Valentina. Once the conversation's over, he'll stop to take a drink while Valentina will leave. Leaving via the cliffside path will get you through this shortcut door right back into the party. For Tamara, follow the pair around until they go out to this balcony with the cacti. Just chuck some stuff over the side, and she'll send her bodyguard to check out the noise.
Go look into that. Aye, aye.
Once they're both gone, it's only Tamara herself left to check.
That noise. There.
Now time to finally give Diana that dance she wanted.
$47.
It's done. Now what?
Now, we strike at the heart.
Edwards. You know how to find him, don't you?
Why, Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He is cocky, and that will be his downfall.
What's the plan?
Too many eyes. Meet me at the Olive Grove at sunset. One last tango, 47. How did you know?
Your deal. That kind of power always comes with a price. What's yours?
I think you know. I am sorry. This is a necessary evil.
What have you done?
Ether brand neurotoxin transfers by touch. See, Edwards learns by his mistakes, 47. And as you've clearly demonstrated, brute force is futile. It had to be me. It was the only way.
To get this close.
My family. I know what you did. After all these years, I finally know.
I am sorry.
You didn't have a choice. I did. Providence used you, but I'm no better. All I saw was a blank slate, a weapon to wield. I told myself it was what you needed, but people aren't meant to be controlled. This is a kindness. Goodbye, Agent. Are you still here? Still clinging on to your self-image? Agent 47, the apex predator. Always hiding behind the headlines. Was perfection its own justification? Or a willful distraction? A wall built contract by contract to shield you from the uncomfortable truth. You're exactly the tool they bred you to be. Quite a piece of work you are. How could you possibly function on your own? You never even had a name. Until I gave you one.
That's him. Burnwood never ceases to surprise me. You really are a most singular individual. And to think she wanted me to put you down. Lucky for you, I never throw away anything useful. Prepare the serum. Forgetting's not so bad. You've done it before.
What's he doing? Is he still looking at us?
I'm afraid so. Poor Sap just won't accept his days are done.
Perhaps I should take him out to the woods and set him free.
Oh, it's a classic.
He was a loyal tool. But everything goes the way of the horse and cart eventually.
I couldn't agree more.
Are you done? The toxins are playing into your fears. Don't let them. Come on. Gotta get your head straight.
She wants me dead.
She has every right to after what we did. But that's not what is really going on.
She chose power. In the end, she was just like them.
No. She found a way to turn Edward's own cleverness against him. The rest is up to you.
I don't know how.
You do know. Once you dispose of Edwards, I will dismantle Providence from the top down. It will finally be over. All you have to do is embrace the past.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a quick break, eh? I'll be sparing you the usual guide style, as this final run is more of a cinematic set-piece victory lap. No stories, barely any challenges. So instead, I'll be using this chance to give my closing thoughts.
But that's just fine-tuning. Okay, right now the serum erases long and short-term memory banks wholesale. But in a couple of cycles, we'll be able to isolate the effects to individual memories.
Hitman is a odd game with a strange sine wave of quality. On one hand, nothing is quite as satisfying as pulling off suit-only Silent Assassin, and the mission stories are generally very fun and well written. But on the other, there's a lot of odd glitches. This is the first time I've seen a game's always online component actively interfere with my ability to play it, where my internet cutting for even a second would cause enemy pathfinding to wig out and AI to go haywire. But in the end, I've had enough fun with it that I wanted to keep coming back and finish the series, as well as get platinum in the end. But even putting aside the quality of the game, this series has been a blast for me to make, and I feel like this is where I've really found my feet in terms of the kind of content I want to make going forward. And you all at home seem to really loved it too. The channel's exploded in the last year with a huge surge in viewers both new and returning. I'd love to carry this momentum forward into the new year. The continued support of viewers means I'm only getting more ambitious. Thank you everyone for all the likes, the signal boosts, the feedback, and most importantly, just being here. But enough of me getting all emotional. It's time for our final target.
I don't suppose there's any point calling for help.
No.
Seems I brought this up myself. Well played, Miss Burnwood. Do you really think she'll be able to resist all that power? This is not how people work.
She rejects the power, not the responsibility.
A noble idea. But please join me in the real world. I trust you already know what this is. Why not simply take it? Embrace who you were always meant to be.
No, never again.
Well, I had to try. Go on then. Do your thing. At least I die knowing who I am.
No, Edwards, you will not.
What are you doing? No! No!
This is what it means to lose everything.
You're making a mistake.
It's mine to make.
Oh. Forgive me. I seem to have, What were we talking about?
Don't worry. We were done.
Thank you, everyone. Good night, and much love.
The string of resignations at the top level of international finance continues as Milton Fitzpatrick CEO Alexander Fannin joins the president of Hamson Oil, Quantum Leap founder Tim Quinn, and a bunch of other people step down.
It's been a long time, Agent 47.
That's not who I am anymore. The pact is done. The past, dead.
And yet, here you are.
I choose this path because I can. There will always be people like them. So there will always be people like us.
No one is untouchable.
It's good to be back.
Second thoughts. Perhaps we understand each other after all. Go on then, free yourself. Lucas Gray was haunted by his humanity, but freedom from choice is also freedom. Everything is so much simpler in black and white. Thank you, my friend. I will take care of you now. All will be well. Wake up. Wake up, my friend. It's the dawn of a new day, and you have things to do.
Now, awaken and save the world.